Hello, you're watching RTD's English News Edition. Take a look at major stories. End of visit for the President of the Republic, Ismail Margele, in China. And on the international news, true panic, false alert of a terrorist attack. The President of the Republic of Djibouti, during his visit to Chaine, met with officials of China Merchant Group. Upon his arrival at the headquarters of the society, the President of the Republic met the CEO of the Chinese company Li Qianhong. During this meeting, a ceremony of signing cooperation agreements was carried out. The first concerns a partnership agreement in various fields of maritime transport and land transport, development of free zones and new ports. The second agreement concerns the construction of a technical training center for future managers who will be employed in the free zone. Let's bear in mind that the port of Sino-Djibouti in relations to its status no longer mere development partners but strategic allies. The definition of new poles of possible collaboration between the two countries after the total success. In an intervention for this occasion, the head of state of Djibouti said, Djibouti, being a maritime country, has today found itself in an atmosphere of progress and development thanks to the experience of China, their partnership and their commitment. This short period of cooperation with you shows us that we are on the right track, continued the President. Our intention to make Djibouti as the Sheikh of Chaine is paramount. The first steps are already conclusive. The port of DMP is already a success. We are waiting for the new international Durale port of container to follow this sentence to increase the capacities of the ports of Djibouti. Djibouti's position on the Silk Road, and President Xi Jinping is committed to showing the world the capacity of China to be able to associate the world in a global trade that will change the face of the world. We are proud, said the President, to be among the lucky ones who are in this adventure and found themselves among the pioneers thanks to the government and the Chinese people and through our partnership. I am happy to sponsor this commitment, has added the President. I also thank you for your commitment to make Djibouti a place that makes East Africa shine. And during his visit to the megapolis, the head of state, senior officials of industrial world and finance, during its meeting, the two participants parties agreed to establish a strategic partnership, Djibouti-Chaine, and deepen cooperation in all areas. Chaine City is an economic zone, the heart of industrialization, urbanism, and modernization. It is the showcase of the Chinese free forms by excellence. Chaine has become a model for Chinese economy focused on exports and has experienced 30 years of explosive growth and inequality on the planet. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margele, left today the city of Chaine after a visit of 24 hours. During his stay, the head of state met with senior industrial and financial officials of the city and signed various partnership agreements with the Chinese company China Merchant Group. It's recalled that the head of state is accompanied by a strong delegation composed of Minister of the Presidency in charge of investment, Ali Gelli, the Minister of Health, Dr. Jalma Mioki, and the President of the Ports and Free Zones, Abu Bakr Marhadi. Following the attack that claimed the lives of more than 305 dead, including 27 children in a mosque in Egypt, President Ismail Margele, who has just completed his visit to China, sent a message of condolences to the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. In these particular circumstances, the President of the Republic has written, with all my condolences to you, to the Egyptian government and people, reminding you that the Republic of Djibouti remains in solidarity with the sister Republic of Egypt. In his message, the President of the Republic has also condemned in the strongest terms this terrorist act of barbarism without dimension, he said, and whose authors surely have no belief in attacking a place of worship. I'm convinced, concluded the President of the Republic, his message, that Egypt will come out more strength in this determination to eliminate the scourge of terrorism, whose most barbaric version has just hit Egypt. After Mogadishu, where he met with the high Somali authorities, including the President of the Assembly, in an extended meeting with the participation of the entire delegation, heads with the Somali Parliament, the President of the Djibouti National Assembly, Mohammed Ali Ahmed, arrived yesterday in capital of Hiran region of Somalia, Beledweyne. The Djibouti contingent of the army, known as Hilwalal, is deployed in this area to carry out its stabilization missions and help Somali government to preserve the stability against terrorist activities of the terrorist group Al-Shabaab. He was accompanied by the members of his delegation, including many MPs, by the President of the Somali Parliament, Mohammed Shah Osman Al-Jawari, and the Chief of Staff of the Army, General Subagle. Chief of the General Staff, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, presented medals and wreaths at an official ceremony held early this morning at the Army Forces Hotel known as Hassan Basoma Hassan, to award the officers promoted to the next rank among the corps commanders and civilian personnel of deserving armies. General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim presided over this ceremony. Upon his arrival, he conducted a review of the troops who stood at attention in impeccable order. A highlight after the reviewing the troops, General Zakaria decorated 5 corps leaders for their bravery and courage. He gave colons to another 20 soldiers for their flawless integrity. General Zakaria, in his address, congratulated the officers promoted to the higher ranks, and this was the result, he said, of their hard work. He also pointed out that this should not stop there and that more work will have to be done. Coming back to the news of the country, under the auspices of the State Secretariat for Youth and Sports, the Arta or Peace Walk hike, as some have done, was held this morning in the Panamis region. The 11th of its kind in the country, the March for Peace is dedicated to the President of the Republic, Ismail Margele, who never ceased to work for the regional and continental stability. In the early morning hours of Friday morning, the folk did not deter the influx of young and old to the city of Arta to meet and be at the as well before the kickoff of the hiking. The sporting event saw the participation of hundreds of regulars or novices. Let us note the presence of several members of the government, soldiers of the Djibouti armed forces, and forces of the friendly countries stationed in Djibouti, parliamentarians, diplomats, civilians, and UN officials, senior military officers. Among the simple anonymous gathered on the high of Arta, the first to be congratulated was the prefect of the region, Abdullah Derarokiye. The senior officials was pleased with the massive participation of hikers from various backgrounds. Through this highly symbolic sporting event of novices and hundreds of people came in mass, the highlights of Arta hiking has over time a growing success. This edition marks a crucial step in achieving the goals of promoting a culture of peace in the regional level. The opinion was shared by the Secretary of State for Youth and Sports, Hassan Mohammed Kamil. It is a great honor for us today to be able to organize this march for peace, said the Secretary of State. The massive participation of Djiboutians and nationals of friendly countries in the development of this event reinforces the emergence of a new mentality that is keen on a culture of peace. And here are one of the reactions of the participants.
Do this. I lived in Arta for 1 year. My first time to see all these people to come. It is a time to remember to live together in peace. This is a beautiful day.
This is my first time, to do it. I've just arrived to Djibouti. I work at the Embassy of Egypt. I'm the Deputy Chief of Mission. And of course it's a beautiful event for a very, very noble cause, and I'm happy to be part of it, and I'm planning on coming again next time. It's a very nice experience. It's new. It's to go hiking like this. It was good, and it was very well organized. You have security, and you have an ambulance, and you have everybody's there. So it was very nice.
Obituary. It is with sadness we announce the death of Mr. Saleh Mohammed Abdo at 4 a.m. today at Bilbila Hospital, born in 1977 after a long illness. The late Saleh Mohammed Abdo was head of sports and youth at the OBOC for 15 years and played a major role in the development of youth and sports activities in the OBOC region. He leaves behind him a large family, including a widow and 5 children. In these painful circumstances, OBOC Prefect Hassan Dabil Ahmed, Regional Council President Mohammed Hamid Ismail, Prime Minister Ali Hamid, Advisor and Village Chief Hassan Mekedeke addressed their condolences to his family, and we share the grief of the late family Saleh Mohammed Abdo, and we extend our sincere condolences to all his family, to his friends, and to all of OBOC's youth. May God the Almighty grant him His infinite mercy and welcome him into His eternal paradise. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And now moving on to the international news. Authorities in London are searching for 2 men they believe sparked the chaos in this busy Oxford Street shopping strip overnight. British Transport Police believe a scuffle between the 2 men on the subway platform caused the shoppers to panic and quickly escape the station. Officers were called to the station after reports of shots being fired, but there has been no evidence of gunfire. The worried Christmas shoppers caused a stampede as armed forces raced to respond to the scene. Oxford Street, with its festive window displays and hundreds of overhead lights, was crammed with shoppers taking advantage of the Black Friday sales when the incident happened. And well, that's all for this news. Thank you for joining us on RTD. Have a good night.